Welcome to Telling Time with Sundials, marking the passage of time by the sun. Do you know what a sundial is? A sundial is an instrument to show the time of day by the shadow of a gnomon on a usually horizontal plate or surface. Take a look at this illustration of a sundial. Do you see the base and the gnomon? The sun is shining down on the dial, and the gnomon is casting a shadow. The sundial at the American Clock and Watch Museum is a special treat for visitors. It is tucked behind the museum in a beautiful garden. Let's take a closer look at the museum sundial. Do you see the Roman numerals on the base? They indicate the hours. Do you see the longitude and latitude GPS numbers? That means that this particular sundial was calibrated to the museum's location. Here's a picture of the museum's sundial in the sundial garden. Do you see how the gnomon is casting a shadow on the base? Can you tell what time it was when this photo was taken? Let's review. A sundial is an instrument to show the time of day by the shadow of a gnomon on a usually horizontal plate or surface. Let's think about it. Shadow. If a sundial needs to cast a shadow in order to function properly, what type of weather or day do you think works best? Gnomon. The gnomon is the part of the sundial that casts a shadow. Many sundials have triangle-shaped gnomons, but anything tall that will cast a shadow will work. Horizontal plate or surface. You will need to attach the gnomon to the middle of a flat surface in order for your sundial to cast its shadow. Now that you know what a sundial is, you might be wondering why and how they were first used. Visitors to the museum often ask about the first instrument that was used to tell the time. The answer is simple. Ancient civilizations used nature to help them tell the time. Specifically, they looked toward the sun. By placing a stick in the ground, they were able to observe the shadows that it cast throughout the day. As the sun moved across the sky, the shadow seemed to move too. Through their observations, people began to divide the day. Eventually, they divided the day into hours. Did you know? The shadows cast by pyramids and obelisks meant that these structures were often used as sundials and shadow clocks. Keep in mind, the position of the sun looks as if it moves across the sky from east to west throughout the day. This is called apparent movement, as it seems that the sun is moving. In reality, it is the earth that is moving. The shadow cast by a gnomon is longer at some times of the day and shorter at others. This is influenced by the position and angle of the earth as it rotates. Let's get started. Are you ready to make some observations and build your own sundial? Now it is time to organize your supplies. If you purchased a sundial kit at the American Clock and Watch Museum, then your materials will be as pictured here. If you did not purchase a kit, you can still complete the activity using building block squares. Here are the materials you will need. 1 10 by 10 base plate, 32 4 by 4 building block squares, 12 for the clock numbers, 20 to build the gnomon tower. The first thing you will need to do is build the base. Follow the pattern you see in the picture to build the base of the sundial. Notice how the 4 outermost blocks that represent 12, 3, 6, and 9 on a clock face are placed on the 3rd row of the plate. Also, there is an equal number of dots on each side. Keep in mind that you may not have the same amount of colored blocks as you see here. In other words, your colors may not be in the same quantities as in the kit that is shown. Now it is time to make decisions. Make sure to arrange your pattern the same way you see here, and the blocks will line up nicely to build the face of your sundial. Once you build your sundial plate, you will be building the gnomon. With the remaining bricks, build a tower in the middle of the base. This will act as the gnomon for your sundial. You can center it on the base by lining it up squarely with the blocks that represent the 12, 3, 6, and 9. Once your sundial is complete, it will be time to test your sundial. Here's the easy way. Take your sundial outside on a sunny day just before 12 noon. Place it on a flat surface. When it is 12 o'clock, line up the gnomon on your sundial so it casts a shadow in the direction of one of the outermost blocks. This block will be the 12 noon position. Check your sundial each hour. Observe where the shadow of the gnomon falls on the base of your sundial with each passing hour. Remember that your sundial is not calibrated to your exact location, so each hour will be an approximate shadow. Here's a little challenge. Test your sundial by taking your sundial outside on a sunny day. Place it on a flat surface. Observe where the shadow of the gnomon falls on the base of your sundial. Without looking at your watch or a clock, try to guess the approximate time. Check your guess against a clock or watch. How close was your guess to the actual time? No matter which challenge you choose, we want you to have fun and enjoy using your sundial. If you're ever in Bristol, Connecticut, make sure you swing by to visit us at the American Clock and Watch Museum. We'd love to show you our sundial in the garden and additional sundials in our collection.